Welcome, everyone, to The Breakdown.
Welcome.
And for those of you who are just joining us, we're...
Trying something new today.
Yes. In today's podcast episode, we'll be tackling the transgender matcha farmers in Peru that President Trump doesn't want you to know about.
Right. And after the break, how much spilling of the tea is too much spilled tea?
Excellent. And after that, we'll delve into the plus side of the opioid crisis.
Thrilling. And lastly, we will be sitting down with famous novelist Justin Arube, winner of the Pentillion Book Award, who will tell us about his memoir, which was entirely carved out on a piece of stone.
Entirely. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. Some things really are.
Some noise for your hosts at The Breakdown!
Health benefits of yerba mate are just monumental.
Yeah, but Daniel, what's going to pull these people away from Red Bull?
It's quite the epidemic.
You're right. You know,
Hey, you two.
Oh.
Todd, hello. Everyone, we have a very special guest for you today. Our producer, Todd, is here.
Hey, Todd.
Guys, I don't mean to ruin the fun, but it's the focus groups. They don't like the whole podcast thing.
But Todd, I don't think you understand.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cut it.
Okay. Well,
we're just... On to the news.
Justin Theroux broke his silence on his split from Jennifer Aniston, which would be interesting if he was Adam Sandler and this was a movie. O.J. Simpson said Bill Cosby shouldn't have to serve prison time. And I don't know if there was ever a good time for O.J. to start talking again, but this definitely was not the right time. NASA has found the lost Opportunity rover on Mars, but still can't talk to it. Just like how I found out where my ex moved and she still won't talk to me. Brenda, if you're listening, please,
Moving on. All right. A judge rules a California kindergarten student can take cannabis to school, but only if she, quote, shares with the rest of the class. A judge restored protections for grizzly bears from being hunted on Monday. A grizzly bear tried to thank the judge by hugging him, but it all went terribly wrong. $18 million of cocaine was found hidden inside of bananas donated to a prison in Texas, and this story is simply nuts.
No! Jillian! It was right there! Bananas! The story was bananas! It's comedy! A Montana chase involved 10 crime scenes, 5 stolen vehicles, and a shootout in under 50 minutes. The culprit, Michael Bay. The world's largest land mammal was discovered, and no, it wasn't Chris Christie. And yes, that joke was written in 2013. A man lost his hand in a sausage grinder, then proceeded to cut his arm off in what was probably the biggest overreaction of all time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for our first guest of the show, we have an expert in technology here to introduce the latest in electronic innovation. Chelsea, everyone.
Give it up for Chelsea!
Hey! Ooh.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks, Dan, my man. Have I got the scoopity scoop for you? I'm gonna spill like so much tea about the new tea.
I have so many questions.
Is this about that new cancer research or the car that runs on water?
I'm sure it's very cutting edge.
Yes.
Well, it depends on what you're cutting.
Excuse me?
Oh, well, coke for my uppers, weed for my downers, anything harder for my ruin your lifers. All in one super totally accessible app.
Well, is that an app to buy drugs?
Silly Julie, it's an app to gift drugs and find like the perfect gift giver for you.
So wait, I'm sorry. There's a dealer.
Gifter.
So a dealer gives you drugs.
Gifts.
All from your iPhone.
Dan, my man, don't get it twisted.
Oh, well, thank God.
We're also Android friendly.
No, I'm sorry, we can't support this as a new form of technology, Chelsea.
It's Match.com, but for drugs.
What's it called?
Well, the title is still in development. So far, we got D-Harmony, Addicts Mingle, Your Mother's Basement, and I don't have a problem I can stop whenever I want. There's some copyright issues on the last one.
Right. Now, how does this even work?
Okay, so do you want to feel like high-key lit or low-key schmacked?
Ma'am, I have no idea what those words mean.
See, look, just tell us a little bit about yourself. You're white, a male, 85% straight.
No. I'd say 70. We had that travel report in Mexico once.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
Okay. Favorite food?
I eat on a survival basis only.
That's an option?
Describe yourself in one word.
Ambitious.
Pretty.
Okay, now we just punch in your numbers and you're totally matched with the perfect gift and gift giver.
I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. I
Cocaine, 100% match.
You always did give me this Kate Moss vibe.
Now you wait for the perfect gifter, a meetup spot. There's abandoned parking lots, third stall on the right in the women's room, EDM clubs, behind the Galen Center.
And the gifter?
Esteban Escobar, 26, from Mexico.
Esteban from the travel report. Oh my God, I can't believe
Make that 60%. Make some noise for our technology expert, Chelsea.
Chelsea, everyone.
Yeah, get out of here, kids. Wow. And now back to the news. A dog got sick from eating cannabis-laced poop at a park. Now I have a lot of questions, but first, where did you get weed-laced poop? Asking for a friend. The creator of the 3D printed gun resigned from his company after sexual assault claims this week as he casually tries to 3D print his innocence. The teen who Ashton Kutcher hit with his car is fine, but Dan is still really shook up about it, so don't ask.
Sorry. Jamaica makes its first marijuana shipment to Canada, and every little thing's gonna be all right, eh? We're good there. Okay. In global news, France has banned smartphones in schools through the 9th grade. The U.S. has responded with a tariff on dumb phones. China has ramped up its production of pagers, and meanwhile, Switzerland remains neutral. The Philadelphia Flyers unveiled their new mascot on Monday that many are calling terrifying, but it's not as scary as their previous mascots, Philadelphia fans.
Matt Lauer sold his Upper East Side apartment for $650,000 above the asking price, probably because he has those cool buttons installed everywhere.
Oh.
The World Health Organization found alcohol responsible for 5% of worldwide deaths and 100% of good times. According to police, a school bus driver in Indiana let children take the wheel, but I thought we only let Jesus do that.
Now, folks, for our next guest, you're probably familiar with the lion god himself, DJ Khaled. He has recently teamed up with the furniture company Goldition to kickstart his new line, We the Best Furniture.
Now, we know what you're probably thinking. Why? Well, to find that out and get an inside scoop on Khaled's next move, we've invited him to come on the studio for some answers. Please welcome DJ Khaled!
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, well, allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Khaled Mohammed Khaled, aka DJ Khaled, previously known as Arab Attack, but that doesn't fly so well these days. No pun intended.
So you're DJ Khaled.
In the flesh.
Oh, right. Well, thank you for being here, DJ. Now, tell me, what inspired you to launch the We the Best Furniture line?
Right. Well, you know, I recently realized that I'm not satisfied with just having record-breaking anthems. I'm not satisfied with being the biggest man in music and in business. I want to be bigger than that. It's not even just about making money and having fancy things. It's about reaching people. It's about having that sort of bond that's like, hey, I don't know you, but you know me. And we share the same energy. And a home is such a special and intimate place. All I want to be able to do is thrust into those intimate areas. I want to have a little bit of me inside of you. Dan, will you let me inside of you?
Well, What audiences would you say that you're trying to reach with your products?
Well, as I stated previously, it's really all about who I can connect with. Maybe it's a CEO, a math teacher, James Harden's beard, the cast of How to Train Your Dragon, the dirt that accumulates throughout your toes as you go through the day. I don't know. Whoever it is, they really gotta embody the lion spirit. You know what I'm saying?
And how exactly does one embody the lion spirit?
Well, you know, let me tell you, you gotta walk the walk, you gotta talk the talk, you gotta eat egg whites in Paris and drive your Rolls Royce to the convenience store.
DJ, this seems like a very specific clientele we're talking about.
No. My products are for everyone to enjoy and appreciate. Here, take a look. I brought some flyers.
I'm not too certain that these $1,300 decorations are considered universally attainable products.
See, it's funny you say that because I actually, you just remind me of my next business venture.
And that is?
Right. Well, now that I'm penetrating deeply into the household, I don't see why I should just stop with furniture. I say we better get bigger and better. Think about it. We the best financial services. Anytime you're shopping online, you're thinking, wait a sec, should I be splurging on this samurai sword? All you do is click a little button on your interweb browser, and I pop up in your screen and say, treat yourself.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, this kind of makes sense. So, do you access their bank account to see if they can afford it and evaluate their credit score and everything?
Right. So, see, that's exactly what's wrong with the world today. Everybody be too caught up with the numbers and the financials and what's my credit score and when's my paycheck coming in. That's not what life's about, man.
Okay, but then how are you actually evaluating anything?
See, okay, it's all about energy, Dan. It's about you and me. I can feel that what you need. Oh, I can feel what you need as that inner voice. And I feel like I'm pushing you to do the right thing.
Okay. But don't you think that there are some professionals who are a bit more qualified?
No, okay. All right. I'm not liking this energy between you and me right now, Dan. I'm feeling like you're giving me that hater vibe and you're not understanding my message. I'm getting mad Fox News vibes.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I just feel like there are other actors.
Okay. You are really pushing me to the edge. I really want to get out of this chair and mess up that perfect face of yours, but something's holding me back. Do you want to know what it is?
Do tell, DJ.
Get excited, because I have an exclusive announcement. I will soon be providing We the Best anger management course for any other brothers and sisters out there that share these same struggles.
Wait. So you're dipping into the mental health services now?
Absolutely. It's been an issue that's been very personal to me for the last 18 seconds. And I'm happy to announce that I myself have actually already successfully passed the 52-week program.
Wow, congratulations, DJ. So if I entered your program right now, how would you help me manage my anger issues?
Well, first thing is you'll fill out a thorough survey to evaluate your overall well-being, and we'll match you with a therapist that would best suit your needs. Then you start your 2 sessions a week for 52 weeks.
And then these sessions, they're total normal, therapy sessions.
Yeah, they're like conducted by licensed therapists and everything.
Do you guys really think so little of me that you think I wouldn't handle mental health issues without the utmost professionalism and care? Look, I would never overstep my boundaries and get involved with something that I do not know anything about.
Our apologies, DJ Khaled. Thank you for joining us, and good luck with your many, many business ventures.
Yeah.
Make some noise for DJ Khaled.
Okay.
DJ Khaled.
All right. Next up, the California drought has been an issue for the last 5 years, and LA recently started a campaign to encourage residents to adjust their water usage.
That's right, and here today is Lester Daniels to discuss how you can contribute to conservation efforts. Lester Daniels, everyone. Lester's here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Thanks, Dan. You know, your voice kind of reminds me of Matt Lauer.
But like, not like really, right? That's
Right.
okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about tips for this drought, yes?
All right, Mr. Lauer, sorry, Mr. Dan. So my first piece of advice for the city is as follows. If you own a fountain in your yard, drain it, drill it, and destroy it.
Yeah. I read once that each fountain loses 25% of circulated water a day.
It's true. And beyond that, fountains are really kind of sexually inappropriate.
In what way?
Talk about sexually explicit. You must know about that, Mr. Mr. Dan.
What
So, I meant,
is
you both are familiar with birds, yeah? Like those tall, sordid creatures with little to no understanding of table manners. Only saving grace is their enviable mating habits.
What?
right, well, here's the ham and hot potatoes of the situation. I am tired of birds bathing out in public.
Why? They're animals.
And they're sick to think that you, me, Capri, want to see all that every time we leave the house. I'm actually starting a petition to ban fountains, if you guys want to give it a quick sign.
This is just a photo of you on Splash Mountain. And you're crying.
Okay, can we let's get back to the drought, yes? Drought.
All right, well, y'all know you should only take showers for like 5 minutes max. That's common knowledge.
And a very good tip to keep in mind
But
because
you know who doesn't do that? The birds.
I think you're taking this whole thing a little too far.
First it's bird baths, okay? Next thing you know, men are dressing up in giant bird suits and taking tasteful nudes in public bodies of water.
feels like a non sequitur, that one.
Oh, great. Now you think you're going to get me into bed with your fancy words, Mr. Lauer?
That's... My name is Dan!
Okay, wait, hold on. Lester, weren't you arrested for bathing in a fountain in 2014 for public nudity?
All right. Look who learned how to use Bing.
You published dozens of photos to your own Facebook profile.
Okay, now listen to this, lady, okay? I've had my fair share of indiscretions. Dog hustling, shaming angsty teenagers, harassing people at the grocery store by hiding in the produce. But I would never get in a fountain with all those sordid birds.
All right. Lester, we brought you on here to talk about water conservation tips.
Okay.
Give us one.
Okay. Water your lawn in the evening and keep your irrigation off during heat waves.
Great. Now, moving on for the news today.
Birds enjoy fornicating in the grass. So unless you want them doing the nasty and then bathing in the fountain you dedicated to your Uncle Joe's third hip replacement, make that grass as unappealing as possible.
All right, that's all we have time for today.
All right, well, if you want to join the fight against the bird bass, give me a ring. We'll be marching in the Thanksgiving Days Parade on November 28th.
Make some noise for Lester, everybody.
Folks, coming up, shoelaces. Were they hacked by Russia, or are they just gluten-free? More on this later.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
The year was 1938, and the U.S. sat on the brink of another world war. The American people looked for diversion from the trials and tribulations of a new century and its new problems. In 1940, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt authorized the release of an entirely new form of entertainment.
Today, a hope of many years standing is in large part fulfilled.
It was called the Trojan Visual and Auditory Mimeograph Device, or Trojan Vision for short. As bombs fell and war was waged, society tuned to 8.1 for relief. Throughout American history, Trojan Vision has shown us the moments of America's triumphs, spreading the finest programming throughout Greater Los Angeles and worldwide online. Watch Trojan Vision and see history being made.
Chug. Yeah, do it. I bet you can.
Yeah, we're back! We're back! Sorry. Folks.
Water down coffee.
Jokes. It's jokes. A canoe got stuck on a large alligator, and you know what? It really brings out his eyes. That canoe. Good news today. A 9-year-old was circumcised at school by mistake. Or was it the Jewish agenda? The Vietnamese version of The Bachelor went viral this week, which is the worst thing America has done to Vietnam since Vietnam.
A rare two-headed copperhead snake was discovered in Virginia. And hey, it's your ex-wife, Lisa! Weight Watchers dropped weight from its name, and at least they proved it's possible to lose weight. Comcast has acquired Sky for $39 billion following a bidding war, and God is pissed.
Folks, the company Dunkin' Donuts is officially dropping donuts from its name and replacing it with burgers? Lil Xan was hospitalized for eating too many Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Lil Xan's spokesperson has commented on his recovery process, saying, quote, "Are we good?" A student in Ohio has gone viral after accidentally addressing a paper to Professor What's His Nuts. That's like the time I accidentally wrote an email to my advisor titled, "Hey, Daddy."
4 heart attacks have not stopped 68-year-old surfer Ron Green from hitting the waves, and it also hasn't stopped him from hitting the floor. A new study shows that farts can leak out of your mouth if you hold them in too long, but so can lies, huh, Mom? A man in Virginia made headlines after rubbing produce on his butt in a grocery store and then putting it back on the shelves, which goes to show there's really nothing to report out of Virginia today.
Well, folks, many of our news stories here at The Breakdown concern crazy things that happen in the state of Florida.
Yes, and here to try to explain all of these headlines, please welcome Florida Man.
Hey, what's good, man?
Look at that. That was a fun little thing you did. Oh, man. Wow.
So Flo, in our research, we seem to find so many crazy stories about a, quote, Florida man. Like, here's one example. Florida man attempts to smoke crack in an ICU, almost burns down the hospital. I mean, care to comment on this?
Oh, man, that's a classic Tuesday night in Pensacola. That was actually one of my riskier ICU moves, I do have to admit,
No. We were just using the hypothetical Florida man in the story.
Okay, all I'm trying to do is get my fix during a thoracic aortic dissection repair. And all of a sudden, nurses start yelling, "Florida man, the EKG's on fire." Whatever, lady.
Oh my God. Wait, were you arrested for that?
Police in Florida.
Okay, well, okay, Florida man. Well, maybe you know this guy. Quote, Florida man holds up Domino's delivery man over pizza and wings.
Okay, listen. Johnny from the Tallahassee Domino's knows not all of the sweet mango habaneros. We're in there.
Wait. That was you again?
Yeah, no, that was me.
What?
No, yeah, totally me, lady.
Okay, here's this one. Florida man really wants to force jury to watch his sex tape.
That Fort Lauderdale jury would have been in awe at Man Has Sex with Key Lime Pie #7. A true work of cinema, over 20 views on YouTube.
How about a Florida man attacks nephew over uncooked meals?
Okay, how many times I gotta tell little Marco, my craft better be Alabama or Olive Tampa is gonna hear about it.
Florida man steals 36,000 pounds of Crisco.
The Costco in Orlando. I mean, have you ever been to Disney World?
Florida man escapes prison to buy beer?
The drink and rest in Key West. I mean, what, you don't like beer in the beach, dude?
Florida man shoves $100 worth of tires in his pants.
The Firestone in Boca Raton. to sell to old people.
Florida man seeks presidential run.
Okay, well, that's a bit too far. I am not Jeb Bush.
Okay, all right, get out of here. The Florida man, everybody.
Go Gators, the Harvard of the South.
Wow, he has really been all over that state.
And now we have an exclusive breakdown sneak peek for the next Purge film. Take a look.
Emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. Any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
69 tacos? Yeah. Here you go. That'll be $200. Nah.
It's almost there.
Okay. And we're back. That looked a lot different than the previous movie, I'll tell you that.
It looks like the best one yet.
Yeah, it does.
Best one yet.
It does. Folks, for our next guest, we will be diving into analysis of today's pop culture.
Please give a warm welcome to our pop culture expert, Dwayne Wantiez, everyone. Juanita.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. But it's actually Wayne Juanitez. The D is silent. Today, pop culture is crazier than ever. And who can even keep up with it? I mean, you have Kim Kardashian's butt this, Kim Kardashian's butt that. Who can keep up?
Exactly, Wayne, exactly. So tell us, Wayne, what is going on in today's pop culture?
Well, as a pop culture analyst, people ask me that all the time. And yet they're confused to hear that I know absolutely nothing about today's pop culture.
You know nothing about today's pop culture?
To be honest, my pop culture references kind of peaked out in 2009.
So to get this straight, your references peaked out in 2009. That seems very specific.
Well, not really, Jillian. President Obama was just into office. Lady Gaga was at the top of the charts. Ellen DeGeneres was set to take Paula Abdul's spot on American Idol. I mean, things were just right.
Wow, yeah, no, I mean, that is an ideal utopian society.
Dan, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, things sound great, but were they really different from today?
Jillian, that's such a silly question, honestly. I mean, are apples different than oranges? Look, Kanye West, things were absolute insanity. Kanye West won the MTV Awards and infamously interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech. The Twilight Madness was in full swing, and Hugh Jackman was hosting the Oscars. I mean, can you imagine if Hugh Jackman hosted the Oscars today? Things have changed like crazy.
Okay. I mean, that's a little extreme. I mean, what were the movies like again? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Dan, we're talking golden age of cinema 2009 was. I mean, think about it. The Hangover, Year One, 2012. These were the best in a generation. Do you guys know how lucky we are to even been alive during that?
Look, lucky is a strong word,
Yeah, probably the strongest I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sensing a little attitude over here. What do you think, 2009 was a joke?
No, Dwayne, I don't think 2009 was a joke, but I think this whole thing here, we gotta send it back to 2009.
Yeah, I don't wanna
Sorry.
say it.
This is
Goodbye.
ridiculous.
We're gonna back to the
You knocked
future.
over my liquor. I mean, my apple juice, everyone.
And when he might, okay, yep, it was not apple juice.
Not apple juice.
It was
Not hey,
coffee.
Hey.
So I guess that's the end of the breakdown.
End of the breakdown, everyone.
That's the end of the breakdown. End of the breakdown. So.
And coming next week,
Yeah.
be sure to tune into our analysis of basketball, a man's sport, or really Greek poetry for 2019.
Yeah. Christopher Columbus, hero, villain, or transgender warrior?
We spoke to Maya Angelou, and her answers may surprise you.
Yeah, right. Thank you, everyone, and this has been.